You already know what time it is. It's Wednesday night. It's time for that damn NFL show. Woo! Let's turn it down for a second. What is good? What is good? What is really, really good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to that damn NFL show. I'm your boy, Hollywood J. Black. That's my man, Big Sin over there. It is Wednesday night. You know how we do. So how we do is how we do. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. So none of my risks helped me this week.
And my one risk, my one big gamble.
I went 7-7. You went 11-3. So yeah, there is quite a few mitigation factors there. So overall in the season, I am down 10 games at an 82-63-1 record.
Okay.
You got 92-53-1 record overall. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, blow it out your ear hole. Also, let everybody know. Reactions. There are 5 this week, maybe 6, because we're going to be recording tomorrow night. For that special one that you want to do for Saturday.
Yes.
So. And I found out what happened to those other videos. They were all blocked universally.
Blocked?
Yes.
Blocked.
They're ones that the copyright people were like, fuck you, we don't want you to do our shit. So I was like, all right.
So wait a minute. Hold on. See, this is shit that got me mad, son. Let me tell you why I'm mad. So one of the videos is an independent artist that my boy did the actual video.
Yeah, YouTube actually took that one down.
Oh my fucking god. Oh.
I'm gonna try and re-upload them tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
To see if I can get all 4 videos back up. So.
Oh my fucking god. Oh
anyway.
This DCMA bullshit.
Reactions are coming, but here we are with the NFL show. Let's talk about what happened in Week 10. Start off with the Colts had a tight game at halftime, and then they blew the doors off of Tennessee.
Yes. This one was a mixed bag of a game. One thing was for sure is that Derrick Henry was going to get his, and he got his. But the Colts defense got theirs as well. Even though Ryan Tannehill performed fairly decent, he made a lot of freaking mistakes. But what can you expect when you have one of the best defenses in the NFL? Phillip Rivers took advantage of that, and subsequently, the Colts are who we thought they were. They secured the bag and the victory. It was like 34-17, something like that?
Yeah, it was 17-all at halftime, and then the defense just put the hammer down. Yep. And this Colts defense is very quietly underrated.
Put them clamps down.
All right, so let's start off on Sunday. We had Nick Chubb making the play of his career by stepping out of bounds on the 1 and not doing what the running back for the the Rams. No, the Falcons rolling into the end zone. This pad his own stats and costing the Browns the game as he stepped out on the 1 and the Browns just kneeled the ball down for a 10-7 victory over the Titans. Texans.
Over the Texans. This game was boring.
It was ugly.
I mean, it was one of those. It was like that one time that the Cowboys beat the freaking Redskins like 8-9 or something like that.
That was Jeff George with his 10-yard bounce pass.
Yes. That was. Oh my god, this game was nothing special. Nick Chubb should have just scored it.
He started the team. He remembered what happened with fucking Todd Gurley.
Listen. See, this is the problem I have, okay? I understand. Think of the team. Think of the children. Oh, my goodness. Listen. If there weren't a such thing as performance-based contracts, okay?
And also, I know you're going to say fantasy sports.
And fantasy
that fucked a lot of people on fantasy.
It did. I mean, you expected the one of the worst defenses in the NFL to give up the goals from the running game, and we expected Nick Chubb to have a great game, and he didn't.
Came back from injury.
Yeah, and he didn't up until the end, in which he could have scored a touchdown. But like I said, there's performance laden contracts. They're supposed they get big bonuses for getting so many amount of touchdowns and so many amount of touches and carries and stuff like that. I'm like, get your bag, bro. Because at the end of the day, yes, I understand it's a team sport and they weren't supposed to get it. But listen, after that injury that Nick Chubb suffered, he should know that everything is temporary. I would have got mines. I would have ran in. I'm like, okay, you don't like me scoring and getting my stats? Take all the performance-laden shit out my contract and pay me all my money. And then I bet you they shut the fuck up then.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying, because, like, let's keep it 100. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, do you at your job, you get paid for making sure that you do your job, and if you do your job well enough, you get a bonus, right? Or that's how it's supposed to work. And if you don't perform, you don't get your bonus. So let's say you have an opportunity to get your bonus by getting, apprehension number 60, and you're like, you know what? It's the end of the year. Let me let the guy go. Let him have a Merry Christmas. No, fuck that. I need my $500,000, $2,000 apprehension bonus, nigga.
If that shit existed in my line of work, I would most certainly be throwing a motherfucker in cuffs. But
but you see what I'm saying? Exactly. Thank you.
All right. Next up we have we're gonna drop Nick Chubb. He did the team job, like the WWE says. Just do the damn job, okay?
Do your damn job.
So next up, we had the feel-good story of the year, already being named the comeback player of the year. Alex Smith making his first start in 732 days, all to lose to the Detroit Lions.
Damn. We had the Redskins in this game, didn't we?
Yes, we had the football team. Yes, we did.
We had the football team. My bad. That one's on me. Okay, so I know I shouldn't have probably went with them. I mean, we did.
We were both encased in the feel-good story of Alex Smith when we made this prediction.
Yes, it felt good, which is why it's a feel-good story. And we aimed high. We shot for the start.
Then we should have remembered they were going to Detroit, the place where hopes and dreams die.
Sometimes when you shoot for the stars, you fly too close to the sun. And that's exactly what me and you did last week when we picked the football team to beat the Lions. We flew just a little too close to the sun, my friend. Just a little too close. Our wings burned, and then we fell and died.
Alex Smith did put up numbers, though.
Oh, he put up numbers, but we relied on the Redskins, the football team's defense to come through. See, you know why I say
okay, so let's just from here on out, not calling the football team no more. Let's call them default.
Default, yes. Default team R. Default team R, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I call that is because of Alex Smith, because the last time Alex Smith played, guess who he played for?
Yes. The racist Indian. He played for the racist Indians.
Damn. But Detroit came in, they balled out. I'm not going to discredit what they've done. But let's be honest. Are they any more than a 6-10, 7-9 team this year?
No, but they are for some reason going to re-sign Matt Patricia. So you beat a bunch of underwhelming teams, we're keeping you.
No, my God. Let me tell you what you know who Matt Patricia is? He's the NFL version of Mark Jackson. He is. He's gonna get this team right, and he's gonna get stars, and the GM's gonna draft, and they're gonna do what they're supposed to do, and they ain't gonna be shit. And then the next coach is gonna come in all high and mighty, all fresh face, and bright eyed and bushy tailed. Is gonna come in and then lead the Lions to a 9-7 season where they not make the playoffs. But it's still a successful, positive season. Okay,
Detroit, we are sorry, not sorry.
Nope, not at all. I'm sorry.
All right, so next up we have Tom Brady actually threw the ball around the field, and guess what? The Buccaneers beat the Panthers. But this comes. Antonio Brown had a decent game. This also comes. He played the game before the NFL found out that he destroyed his security camera in his old apartment complex.
Yes, but listen, he paid it back. Nobody was hurt. We just got to move on from the shit. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what gets me mad. All right, let me tell you what gets me mad. Ray Lewis killed a guy, okay? And now
social media wasn't around when Ray Lewis murdered somebody, okay?
That's not the point. Ray Lewis killed a man, and it's just like, oh, no, it's cool. It's no big deal. Like
we built him a statue. He's allowed to play in the Super Bowl.
Let a man destroy a security camera, suspended 4 games, no pay. Fuck you, guy. Go see substance abuse treatment. I don't even smoke. I don't care. Here's some substance abuse treatment.
The last 2 years of Antonio Brown has been a TMZ special waiting to happen.
Ray Rice beats his woman. The Ravens let him slide and play a game up until they find out that it was actually recorded and put.
But they had footage.
That they have footage. Okay. They handed down a punishment. Then the NFL handed down another punishment, which then a federal court deemed that they couldn't hand down a second punishment because they already handed down a first punishment, which was absolutely nothing.
You know what this is?
What?
That's blackballing.
Yes, blackballing. Exactly. So therefore, this is what always trips me out about the NFL. There's no fucking consistency. None at fucking all. Like, oh my God. They better leave Antonio Brown alone. That's all I'm going to say. And why are they bringing this up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or Antonio Brown had
bringing it up because of all the crazy shit he did last year.
Listen. They need to let that shit go, all right?
Motherfucker, this is not a Disney Frozen song. This is not Let It Go.
They need to.
No, it's a motherfucking pattern of behavior. That's what this shit is.
Man, it's a camera. You've done worse.
Hey, my past transgressions are not to be held against me because none of them are on camera. So fuck you, sir.
Well, apparently him breaking the camera isn't on camera because he broke it. Oh.
Okay, anyway, next up, the Eagles, who we thought they are, and are a trash team, but still are in first place because they have a tie. As the Giants beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
This one we did not see coming under any.
Yeah, we did. We picked the Giants.
I know, which is hilarious, but I picked them because I didn't see it coming. I don't care what anybody says. I didn't pick it because, you know, it was one of those things that wouldn't it be nice if the Giants beat the Eagles? So we're gonna do that. That's how last week went. Okay, this wasn't one of those things that we had to pick someone, right? I mean, right? Let's be honest. But
still, Doug Peterson's option to not lose to the Bengals is keeping them in first place.
Doug Peterson's going to be the smartest man in the room by the time this is all said and done, huh?
The whole division going to be 4-12, but the Eagles going to be 4-11-1, and these motherfuckers going to make the playoffs.
That's right. Law of averages, bitch. Law of averages.
At that point, I think the NFL is just going to be like, listen, nah, we're taking a team from another division. Fuck this. Shit.
Listen, that's how the Lions are going to make the playoffs this year, huh? That's how Matt Patricia.
No, they're going to take a team from the AFC East. That's how the Patriots going to get in the playoffs. Patriots going to be in the NFC playoffs this year.
Be like, wait a minute. It'll be like Detroit is east of Minnesota, so technically we could call it the NFC East.
This division is horrible. You know what else is horrible?
What?
Aaron Rodgers almost choking against the Jacksonville Jaguars and destroying the Jaguars tag season.
Oh my God! You know what's worse about having a tank season? Having a tank season and knowing nobody wants to come play for you. That's the Jags.
That's what happens when you are voted the worst ownership in the NFL. But hey, AEW is good.
Hold on. Do you hear screaming?
No.
That's weird. I thought I heard somebody screaming.
All right. Why somebody murdering somebody in the back of your house?
I mean, the ghosts need to get some love too. I mean, they just gotta stabby, bro.
Or is that just the noise that Aaron Rodgers is making? Is why didn't you get me a wide receiver?
Yes. I just don't know how you go 7 rounds in the draft and you draft a wide receiver. And you don't draft a wide receiver.
No, you draft a quarterback to piss off Aaron Rodgers. That's what you do.
And then he's going to leave, and then the Packers are going to be 4-12 next year.
So they barely got past the Jaguars, and I believe this is a case of we said the Packers are overachievers, and they're playing their record is better than their play. So that's what this was again. Because remember, 2 games ago they dropped the game to the fucking Vikings, and now they almost dropped a game to the Jaguars.
Yeah, man, this is just but you know what though? The times that we expect the Jaguars to be ass trash, especially when they on paper looked overmatched, they seem to show up. And the worst part about this is that they played a backup quarterback.
Yeah, because Gardner Minshew's out with his broken thumb.
Yeah, like they played a backup quarterback and they still almost won because the Green Bay Packers still have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. 3 dudes, I think it was 2 or 3 dudes, if I looked at the stats correctly, they actually got off.
Yeah, I think the starter had 100+ yards, and the 2 backups had like over 50 each.
Yeah. So it's the Packers' lack of a run defense is what's going to cost them any kind of playoff shot. Forget Aaron Rodgers. Forget the lack of a wide receiver. They didn't fix the biggest problem, which was their run defense. It's still bad. It's bad. Come on.
Now the Vikings are emerging as a threat now that Dalvin Cook's like, okay, I'm putting this team on my back and I'm doing my thing.
Well, Dalvin Cook is cooking. And, all right. So let's put this into perspective. So in a division are the Bears, the Vikings, and the Lions. The Lions have Adrian Peterson, who was cooking the last time they played. At his old man Peterson was cooking.
Yeah, they also got who is it? Ronald Jones? No, who's their other running back? The dude's been actually
Ronald Jones.
Out. Yeah, Ronald Jones.
Yeah, they got him
balling out lately in Detroit.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook has been cooking, as we just talked about. Even
the Bears have no run game.
No, but yet when the Bears play them, their running backs get 70, 80 yards. So come on now. Hell, remember when Mitch Trubisky played them earlier this year? Mitch Trubisky had hella running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
wasn't that the second week, I think.
Yeah.
Second or third week. It was the game before Trubisky got benched.
Somewhere around there. Because
anyway, the Packers almost dropped the game to the Jaguars, but now we got to talk about the most exciting finish of the week. Fucking Wykovic throws a touchdown pass with 34 seconds left to put the Buffalo Bills up on the Arizona Cardinals. Then what happens? the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. What's his name, sir?
Kyler freaking Murray.
Kyler Murray on the run, falling down, yeets a 50-yard pass into double coverage in which DeAndre Hopkins goes up and catches it. It dunks on 2 motherfuckers at one time, and the Arizona Cardinals win this game.
That's a heartbreaker. Listen, that's that heartbreaker, bro.
And in a rare instance, I picked the team that's in my division. You picked the team that's in your division.
Yeah. But I know you're happy to lose. You're happy to have lost that one. Yes, considering what we're going to talk about later.
When we get to it later, the reason I'm happy that the Bills lost this game.
Yeah. So, but remember, and again, for the 3rd time, mobile quarterbacks are giving the Bills fits. Now, Russell Wilson isn't as mobile as he was before. But he still gave him a little bit of fits, but the Bills still came out on top by beating them offensively. But listen, bro. We found a weakness. You chipping that armor.
Oh yeah, Belichick's going to expose that shit in the second game.
What's a problem, bro?
Remember, we almost beat them that last game, except for a fumble at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's a problem. It is an absolute problem.
The Cardinals are becoming a problem. DeAndre Hopkins is showing why he is better than every other wide receiver who thinks they're better than DeAndre Hopkins in the NFL.
Yes, there are dreams and then there's reality. Everybody, what did Devontae Adams 2 weeks ago call himself? What did he say? What did he say he was?
He said he was the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of the season, Michael Thomas said he was the best wide receiver in the NFL. Keenan Allen said he was the best wide receiver in the NFL. No, it's still number 10. It's still DeAndre Hopkins.
So needless to say that the only person that's actually proven that they're the best wide receiver in the NFL is DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure that we're keeping. Now
we move on to the second hottest team in the NFL. The Miami Dolphins beat the Chargers and go on a 4-game winning streak. Tua Tagovailoa is undefeated as a starting quarterback as the Dolphins.
Undefeated. Never lost. On this LeVar Ball shit.
I still feel so bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He did everything he could to make this team successful. And then, hey, let's go ahead and give Tua a try. First game against the Rams, defense and special teams played off their fucking rocker, and Tua barely had to do anything. But the last 3 games, Tua been showing out.
No, Tua's been showing that he was NFL ready, but I guess it helps if you get to take almost a year off to heal and study, which is always said. If you can heal and study, you're good. Remember with Drew Brees, he took a year off to heal his shoulder and study in New Orleans because he knew where he was going. He knew that he was going to head over to New Orleans when San Diego drafted Phillip Rivers. By the time it was all said and done, he already knew where he was going. But this, like I said, this situation is one of those where Tua's in a great position. He's familiar with.
He has a great leader behind him.
Mm-hmm. Great. I mean, let's listen. Can I talk about something here for a second? Give me about a minute of your time. I want to make a case that Brian Flores should actually end up, if they make the playoffs, Coach of the Year.
I actually agree with you on that because I said it last year when the players were bitching about him and leaving. Mm-hmm. Every game the Dolphins played last year, they played tough.
Yeah.
And Brian Flores is a tough fucking coach.
You know why, though, they played tough? Because nobody believes in them.
Yep.
Everybody, we ripped the Dolphins off so many times in last year.
And the Dolphins are the ones who screwed the Patriots at the end of the season and put them against the Titans in the first round of the playoffs.
And I think that win was the catalyst because they said, it basically was like we beat the Super Bowl champs. You know what I'm saying? We beat the multiple-time Super Bowl champs. We beat easily a first ballot Hall of Famer Tom Brady, first ballot Hall of Famer coach Bill Belichick,
greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, easily. And so you get that mentality in your head that we can beat anyone. If we can beat Tom Brady and we can beat Bill Belichick, we can beat anyone. And that stuck through until the next season. And, Tua seemingly bought into that mentality as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, you already know Nick Saban is good. And it's weird seeing a successful Alabama quarterback. How many times have we ever said that?
It's also weird seeing a successful former coach. Yeah, we're talking about the Gay Sharks. It's also weird seeing a successful coach out of the Belichick tree. Hey,
that's true. Considering... Well, we have to let's really speak on it.
Because we had Weiss, Quinnell, Bill O'Brien, Ken Flores, and Mike Vrabel was not in the Belichick coaching tree. He played for Belichick.
He played for Belichick, but he was in the Bill O'Brien coaching tree because that's where you got to start at, and then ended up doing his own team. So technically, it would be under Bill Belichick if we're really going to, analyze the shit and do whatever. But that's not the point of this conversation. The point is that. That we're finally seeing somebody that actually has that Bill Belichick mentality because he was the defensive coordinator, even for 1 year, but he has that Bill Belichick mentality.
Yeah, he brought that defense that took apart the Rams and brought it to Miami.
Yeah, And then with the intensity, but he brought that intensity too. So he brought a different type of intensity. See, Bill Belichick is more reserved. Brian Flores is intense. His players have alluded to it. Other coaches have alluded to it. His intensity is off the charts. And
we forgot about Matt Patricia too.
Yeah, but listen, Matt Patricia seemingly was one person, and then he shaved his beard, became a suit, and then realized that wasn't going to work, and he grew back his beard, and then now he doesn't know who he is anymore. I don't even know who Matt Patricia is anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Matt Patricia probably doesn't even know who Matt Patricia is. He's Jeff Fisher. He's 8-8, possibly 7-9 to me until he proves to me otherwise. So there's that.
But good work by the Dolphins. They're playing good football this season, and they look like a perennial threat in the AFC.
Good job, Dolphins. I salute you.
All right, next up we have the Raiders beating the Broncos. This was not a fun game to watch.
Did they beat the Broncos?
Yes, they did.
I thought they played the Chiefs this week.
Nope, the Chiefs are on their bye week.
Oh, yeah. Then why was Andy Reid so mad?
No, they're playing the Raiders this week.
Oh, okay. That's why he's so mad.
You got to remember, the Raiders walked into Kansas City and beat them earlier this season.
Oh, yeah. They did a victory lap around. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, this one we called the Raiders. I was just like the Broncos.
You did. I called the Broncos. This is one of my, hey, let's see if I can hit the side of a barn while I'm blindfolded. Nope, I can't.
You forget the one big thing. The reason why I picked the Raiders in this one. Yes, I knew that it was on the road, and I understood that it was a tough uphill sell. Your boy Nelson Aguilar is playing at a high level. Not even the running game is not great this year, but Aguilar is making people realize that maybe it's not his stone hands as much as it is Carson Wentz bullet passes. Is that seemingly what I'm getting from this season? Because Aguilar is having dare I say a comeback of the year season after.
Well, it also helps that he has Henry Ruggs on the other side of him.
Yeah, that's true. but still. I mean, the Raiders are looking like a playoff team, a wild card team. They got the new stadium, the new home. I mean, it'd be nice to have a playoff game in Vegas for the first time within the franchise's history of coming into Vegas.
Well, even though nobody will be able to go. But all right, moving on. This was a shocker to, I think, me and you, and I think it's a shock that Russell Wilson has fallen out of the MVP voting because he has had 6 turnovers over the last 2 games as they drop one to the Rams.
I was surprised about this one. I think we picked Seattle, right?
Yes, we did.
But the Rams might not be winning any more games because one of their top targets got injured in this one as well. So, but the Rams came with a game plan, and every time that we unanimously denounce the Rams and their success, they seem to just come back and just like, you know what, guys?
Fuck you, sinful black.
Yeah,
fuck you guys.
Exactly. I swear, is it Brandon Cooks? Is that who's still playing for him?
Yeah. No, he's on the Texans now.
No, it's what's his name, Cooper Kupp. He's probably sitting there. You know what? Fuck these guys, a bunch of sons of bitches, asshole, cocksucker, fuckers.
I'm not made of glass. You're made of glass. Oh shit, I'm injured.
I'm gonna prove these assholes wrong, sons of bitches. Hate them. How they talk shit about me?
Russell Wilson is becoming a turnover machine.
This is what happens when you open your entire playbook in the first 8 games of the season. So how then in the first 7-8 games of the season, they led the NFL in points scored, right?
Yep. And they also led the NFL in points given up. So those 2 stats kind of go hand in hand.
So
when you're a winning team.
So you know what the problem with defense versus offense is? On defense, you can adjust. On offense, you just get more. You just open up more until you're like, You're like, wait a minute. We've reached the end of the playbook. Oh fuck! Go back. DK.
Title lock it. DK. All of our running backs are hurt. DK, Tyler Lockett. Our defense is trash. DK. That is the Seattle Seahawks playbook.
That's right. And Jalen Ramsey knows all of it, apparently, because and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey is like, dude, why is all DK? How come they're not getting to Jacob Hollister? What about Tyler? Why are they not running the ball? You know, just fucking blitz, kill Russell Wilson. Fuck it.
Make Russell Wilson very uncomfortable, and he's going to throw interceptions.
Yes, punch Cooper Kupp in the face. We got this win. Don't even worry about it.
All right, so I took a flyer on the away team in this next game, and it again got launched straight into the ground as the Pittsburgh Steelers destroyed, dismantled, and obliterated the rookie quarterback of the Bengals and the Bengals team as a whole.
They beat up the Bengals as a team, as an organization, and as a motherfucking crew. That's what happened. Oh my God!
I feel so bad for Joe Burrow. He got hurt in this game.
He did, but he kept on playing. He tried. Yeah. I mean, but you know what happened? He told his teammates that he wasn't going to get out of the game regardless if we're down by 30, 40, 50. I said, don't say that in Cincinnati because you just might end up being down by.
Okay, bet.
Exactly.
Put the thugs here.
Exactly, because in Cincinnati, listen, you just might end up being down by 30, 40, 50.
The Steelers did their thing. They mopped the floor with the Bengals as they should have.
If they didn't, man.
Ben Roethlisberger with no knees had a good game.
Jesus. Well, I mean, no Lee Roethlisberger this is probably his punishment because he made everybody he met at that club get on their knees. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Moving on. So he said drive-by beat down. They just pulled up into Pittsburgh. The next game started with one team dominating until a bogus roughing the passer penalty was called on the San Francisco 49ers, which ended up breaking 5 ribs and puncturing Drew Brees' lung. And then the Saints came out there and mollywopped the 49ers like they were supposed to.
I would have sued the NFL for that BS fucking call if it was me. Listen, I watched it in slow-mo, fast-mo,
yeah, they said he put all his weight on the quarterback. How? The motherfucker landed on the side.
Okay, so here's the problem. See, this is what I don't get about roughing the passer. When they say he put all of his weight on the quarterback. Okay, so am I supposed to grab you and then like hug you and then dance around with you like I'm Bray Wyatt or some shit? You know what I'm saying? The problem
is you can't throw the quarterback down. You can't hit him up high above the shoulders. You can't hit him below the knee. You only have a box from your chest to the bottom of your stomach to hit the quarterback in. All those parameters were met, and they went to the side. But because Drew Brees laid there and couldn't breathe because he punctured a rib when his own offensive lineman crashed into the other side of him before they fell, roughing the passer.
I said, if Goodell would have sent me that fine, I would have shoved that fine right up his ass, bro. I'm like, listen, you ain't gonna get me with this bullshit. And because of that, Drew Brees died. Jameis Winston is now the starting quarterback coming up in this week, and we'll talk about that.
Jameis actually looked halfway decent.
Yeah, he didn't score a touchdown, but he looked good. He controlled the ball. He didn't throw any turnovers. He didn't impress me, but he didn't fuck it up either.
All he had to do was give the ball to Kamara, and the game was over. That's all he did.
They said he didn't impress me. He didn't fuck it up either. So I mean, because he's done that a million times in Tampa Bay. He's impressed me and fucked it up all in the same game. So
now we have the biggest upset of the week down in New England. Mother Nature had a parlay on this game. She's like, I got the Patriots to win this shit.
Yes, all in.
Took Lamar Jackson out of the game and beat the Baltimore Ravens.
What did I tell you? Whenever
I pick against the Patriots, they fucking win.
But listen, do you know why I picked them? Like, do you know why I picked the Patriots to win this game? How many times have the Patriots seen Lamar Jackson?
This is now 4.
Okay, so
3-0 against them.
Okay, so now this is the 4th time that they've seen him, and they've seen all the tape on him. And they've also seen this season where other teams have had success, and in the playoffs where they've had success. All they had to do was duplicate the same type of success and give Cam Newton the opportunity to win this game. What happened in this game? They duplicated the success that other teams had against Lamar Jackson, and they gave Cam Newton the opportunity to win the game. And guess what he did? He won the fucking game. It's that simple.
In my opinion, the two standouts in this game besides Cam were Jacoby Myers and Damian Harris.
Yeah. Very
Jacoby
true.
threw a touchdown pass to Rex Burkhead.
Yeah. They're going to have to get creative.
Rex Burkhead is just a fucking wrecking ball running through everything.
Listen, do you know why I have so much respect for Josh McDaniels, like as a coach? And I'm going to keep it 100.
Because he can make it work?
Well, when he went to what is it, the Broncos for those 2 seasons?
And he won with Tim Tebow? Yeah.
No. That's what's his name. Fox won with Tim Tebow, but Kyle Orton. He had Kyle. Remember, he traded for Kyle Orton. And
yeah, but you have to remember. He traded for Kyle Orton, drafted Tebow, and in Tebow's second season, Tebow took them to the playoffs. Yeah,
but Tebow's second season, that was under John Fox. Remember,
it was under McDaniels because they fired him after that year because he wanted to trade Orton, and then they brought in Fox.
Yeah, but that was in his second year when they went to the playoffs. That was under Fox. I promise you. Because literally
because it was McDaniels versus Belichick in the AFC divisional game.
No, it was Fox. I promise you. Oh shit!
No, because Fox's first year he brought in Peyton Manning.
No.
Yes.
No. I will show you. Hold on. I will prove to you. I will prove this to you. So we're talking about the 2011 Broncos.
When Tebow threw that ball against Baltimore and beat the Ravens.
Yeah, John Fox was the coach.
I could have swore it was fucking McDaniels.
No, the year before. Remember, what you call him drafted Tebow. Okay? McDaniels drafted Tebow in order to basically this offense that we see now with Cam Newton is the same offense that he was supposed to run with Tim Tebow. That was the plan. Okay? He didn't get that far because halfway into, or 3/4 of the way into the season with Orton, when they went like 7-9, they fired him. They fired McDaniels, which it wasn't even his fault. This was like McDaniels' second year. But that was like they shouldn't even have done that. That was the stupid thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But he had Kyle Orton balling for a year and a half. Up until Kyle Orton got hurt. It wasn't playing well. He decided to keep playing him, and it was horrible. Josh McDaniels knows how to turn shit into sugar if you give him the creative freedom to do it. Is the reason what I'm saying. You gave him Randy Moss, and he made the most vertical offense in the history of vertical offenses this world has ever seen. Okay, like vertical offenses that work in the snow. All right, that's how serious.
Five touchdown passes in the first quarter.
Yes, in a fucking blizzard. It was that good and that creative. So when they gave him, when they had to do a comeback and he had to build an offense to come back down 28-3, he changed the entire offense and made it work for Tom Brady. And Tom Brady said, "This we're gonna do. I'm gonna do it for you. Just give me we'll make it happen." And that's exactly what happened. They wrote plays to get back into the game and win it. When they were struggling to find points, he created an offense to try and make it the comeback against Philadelphia. It's just the defense was the one that shit the baby in that one.
And bad refereeing.
And bad refereeing. But Josh McDaniels has a way of just creating and adapting when you don't give him much. How much has he had? Because as much as we say that Tom Brady hasn't had shit the last few years, remember, Josh McDaniels has to build a whole entire offense around the shit that Bill Belichick has given him. Am I wrong?
And we are talking about the same guy who on 3 days got Jacoby Brissett to beat an undefeated Texans team, who was the number one defense in the NFL.
He went 3-1 without Tom Brady.
And then they tore through the rest of the season. Yes.
Yeah. They went 3-1 without Tom Brady. In fact, to the point where the quarterbacks actually performed very well. It wasn't like one of those things where, there was just a shit show. No, they performed very fucking well. And so Josh McDaniels put him in a place to win. And so when I knew that Cam Newton was coming to New England, I said Josh McDaniels is going to have to build something crazy. And he did for a minute, and then it ended up being flipped back on his head. Now, over these last few weeks, you've seen Josh McDaniels have to experiment, do a couple things. And somebody said that if you don't have the talent, you got to be creative. And that's what we've seen it in college, right? How many times have you seen, like when you watch the Mid-American Conference or the Western Athletic Conference, these whack-ass conferences, you know what I'm saying? These players wouldn't even make it to practice squads, but yet the plays that they're calling are so wonderful and creative. It's the same shit that Josh McDaniels been doing. He's a creator. So shout out to Josh McDaniels.
So I have one more thing about this game.
Yes.
A Patriots defender now has an interception in 5 consecutive games. This man's name is J.C. Jackson.
Oh, J.C. Jackson. Yeah.
In the write-in Pro Bowl voting, he has been written in more than any other defender in the NFL at this moment. The NFL released their Pro Bowl rankings and opted to not even put him on the ballot.
Why not?
Stephon Gilmore's on there, and he's missed the last 3 games. But J.C. Jackson has intercepted a ball in 5 consecutive games. He leads the NFL in interceptions. And he's not even on the ballot.
Shame. This is BS. Call it bullshit. Bullshit.
But anyway, on the bullshit, Kirk Cousins' contract. He finally won a Monday night game last night.
That's it. That's what we've been waiting for. He's finally cashed in.
And all it took was for Nick Foles to get hurt. And Dalvin Cook to run out of his mind.
He cashed out, boys. Cashed out. Now he's gonna want that Sam Bradford money.
No, he's gonna want that offensive lineman for the Packers money.
No. Why?
I want that 150. I want that 150. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I mean, don't be surprised if the Vikings actually give it to him. That's the fucked up part about the shit. Oh, shit. No, let me rephrase that. Don't be surprised that the Vikings let him go and John Elway just gets a hard-on for him and brings him in.
Because we all know John Elway likes tall, white quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right,
yeah.
so that is it for Week 10. Week 10 is in the books. Now, here we go with our predictions for the entire Week 11 slate of games. Starting off with tomorrow night's NFC West burner. The first game with these two was a Sunday Night Football classic. The Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, I hate picking this game. I feel that they should both tie and they should just kiss my black ass. But, we got to pick a winner. I mean, we don't have to pick a winner.
We have to pick the game, sir.
Do we? Who's at home?
The Seahawks. But it doesn't really matter because Russell Wilson is serving a whole lot of turnovers at home and away.
A whole lot of crusty flaky turnovers.
And don't forget, Patrick Peterson knows how to shut down Russell Wilson because he's done it many a times in his career.
Well, you know what? We're all in for this. We're all in for this Cardinals takeover. I think we predicted it. Fuck it. Cardinals. I'm riding with the Cardinals on this. I
got the Cardinals too because Kyler Murray is on fire.
He said. Look at Toby. He said, "Hey, we ain't whack. I'm a back west guy." Hey, no, but there's a whack as well. There's a whack. There's the Western Athletic Conference, and there's the Mid-American.
Like, what side, Mac? What side, Mac?
True story. Boise State used to be in the whack. Okay.
Yep. Now they're in the whack ass Mountain West.
They said it worked for TCU. Maybe it'll work for us.
They in the mall. They in the mall. The wall with the whack ass Mountain West. All right. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers getting ready to shit all over Jacksonville.
It's gonna be bad. But every time I say this and it's coming out of my mouth, who fucking knows what Jacksonville might do now? The Steelers are gonna win, no doubt, but Jacksonville's gonna make them work for it. Apparently, I think that's That's just where we're at right now. Like that's the only thing that's guaranteed. Jacksonville's going to make them work for this win. It ain't going to be easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I predicted a few weeks ago when the Steelers beat the Ravens. I saw the next 3 games. I said they would be 10-0. They are going to be 10-0 after this game.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the battle of mediocrity: the Detroit Lions at the Carolina Panthers.
Oh God damn! These are tough. They're already with the fuckery.
And Christian McCaffrey's day to day, so who knows if he's playing or not?
Man, if he doesn't play, I got the Cardinals to win. I mean, not Cardinals. I mean, of course the Cardinals win. I got the Panthers to win this one if he doesn't play. It seems
I do not trust Detroit, and last time I said that they won. So guess what? I'm picking the Lions.
Well, all right. So I'll pick the Panthers on this one. I'm hoping that McCaffrey doesn't play because Mike Davis doesn't need McCaffrey all up in his business. Okay.
So next up, we have the suddenly 2-game winning streak of the New England Patriots taking on that very bad defense of the Houston Texans.
Now, this is seeming we're going on the revenge tour now. I mean, does it feel like it?
Yes, these are the teams that beat the Patriots last year.
Yeah, this is a revenge tour. All right, book me for New England. I like this one.
If you remember, in New England last year, Deshaun Watson had himself a day and then danced all over Foxborough's end zone at the end of the game.
Yes, this seems like the Patriots revenge tour starring Bill Belichick and his boys.
Remember when Infinity War came out and the Patriots went on that revenge tour of all the teams that beat them that season?
Yeah.
And they're like, we beat the Patriots. What did it cost you? Everything because they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm picking the Patriots too. I'm back with my boys. It should be an easier matchup than the Ravens. Next up, we have an interesting matchup. The team that beat the Ravens in the playoffs last year, the Tennessee Titans at the Baltimore Ravens. People are using Mike Vrabel's game plan to stop Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they're going against Mike Vrabel himself, so it's kind of one of those things. Yikes. I actually, you know what? I think that the Ravens are going to win this one. And I think that because this needs to be a catalyst of some of the things that Tennessee is doing wrong. Tennessee is lost its swagger from last year.
But they lost their swagger due to 24 COVID fucking.
Well, I understand that. And it's seemingly taking forever for them to recover, even after the fact. But I don't know. I don't feel, outside of Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, I don't feel that sense of urgency from the rest of the Tennessee Titans. But after Baltimore losing, what, two out of their last 3? I believe that Baltimore 2 out of their last 3.
Yeah.
I really think that if they don't win this one, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, because the Steelers will be 10-0.
Yeah. And
Baltimore's going to have 4 losses. That might be an insurmountable fucking odds to come back in that division.
Well, remember the Browns, they only have
Browns are still hanging around.
They still got they got 3 or 4 losses too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this. And then in the AFC, there's 7 playoff spots available.
You got Indy, Tennessee, Kansas City, the Raiders, the Bills, and either you got the Steelers, so that's 6.
Yep. Yep. And the Patriots are creeping.
And nobody wants them creeping up on anybody. Would you want to be in the position of, let's hope New England loses so we can get in the playoffs?
Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that position at all. So, yeah, I got to take the Ravens on this one because like I said, Tennessee just doesn't have that same sense of urgency. That swagger.
Shadow Mug said elbow cough?
Elbow cough?
I guess because you mentioned COVID.
Oh, COVID. Sorry.
Right. Nice to see you, Shadow Mugs.
COVID is no excuse. They was trash before it. That's not true. Tennessee has some gumption. It has some chutzpah. You know what I'm saying? It's just that this season, like I said, outside of Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, and maybe Corey Davis, I don't feel that. You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget about Hollywood, not Hollywood Brown, but AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown. Still, I don't feel it anymore. Not like I was feeling it before. So,
well, I got the Titans in this one. I think they beat the Ravens because the Titans need to keep up with Indy now. So both teams need to play with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, very true.
All right, next up we have everybody's favorite division leader, the one-tie Eagles taking on the Browns.
I hope the Browns beat the piss out of them. That's what I'm hoping for.
I got the Browns here. I don't think the Eagles can stop Lamar Hunt and Nick Chubb.
Man, I forget stopping them. I don't even think they can outscore more points than them. I mean, you see, listen, we had a team in the Texans that the only good thing about them was their quarterback, and they just barely beat them 10-7. They kept it nice and simple, and they could have beat him by more, but Nick Chubb was told not to do it. Okay. Now, we're talking about just Carson Wentz, and that's it. That is
and
it.
He's not even playing good.
And like I said, Browns by like 76. I don't fucking know. So
next up, we have an interesting matchup with no Drew Brees. We have the Atlanta Falcons taking on Jameis Winston in the New Orleans Saints.
Let's see. Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate you.
Have a good one, Shadow.
Who's playing who? What now?
We have the Falcons at Jameis Winston and the Saints.
Oh, this is gonna be a Jameis Winston come out party, bro. Like, he knows who he's playing. Like, listen. The Falcons are who we thought they were. They're not going anywhere. They're stuck. They're in limbo. They're not making it out. Let's just call a spade, okay? The Falcons just need to lay down. And the worst part about it is they played the Falcons twice in 3 weeks.
Yep.
So I got the Saints in this one easily.
I'm taking the Saints also. I don't know what's up with the Falcons. They're in that weird cycle of we're trash, we play good, we look good, we're trash again. Just a vicious cycle.
That's a vicious cycle over and over again.
Next up, we have an over and over again matchup as we have the Bengals at default.
Ooh, the battle of last place. Oh, God.
And if you weren't here for earlier, default is the Washington football team.
God, when was the last time the Cowboys played? What's it like? It feels like 3 weeks ago they played.
No, they had a bye week last week.
It still feels like 3 weeks ago they played. Like, it's been forever. I think it's just been forever because Dak Prescott is gone and nobody gives a shit about him anymore.
So this game is interesting because the Bengals can pick up an easy one here, or Alex Smith can get his first win in 700 and whatever days.
Remember I said that this is the game that the Bengals were going to get a secure win. We talked about this in the NFL preview. I said, this is the game. This is it. So, count me in for the Bengals.
I got the Bengals too. I just don't trust default's defense right now.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the winless Jets taking on the best 2-and-whatever team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers.
I finally think that Justin Herbert secures another decent victory. The Jets are just like a horrible team. They're a horrible team.
Yeah.
A horrible team. Like,
I think Flacco is starting this one too. So
yeah, they're a horrible team. They are. When it comes to bad teams, this is it. You want to talk about what you don't want to be? Like I wish I really had more nice things to say about the Jets. I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you about the Jets. There are no redeeming qualities for the New York Football Jets.
Well, they got up big on the Patriots, but since that time, the Patriots have been on a tear. So.
And they fucked that up too. So I mean, you said the Jets they got a big and they fucked that up too. The Jets.
We're both taking the Chargers. There's nothing we could say about this game to even make it sound interesting.
Oh, except Justin
Herbert's going to throw for like 400 yards.
Especially because he's cut his hair and he's went into LeBron playoff mode now. Just saying.
Yeah, but too bad you're in a division with the Chiefs, the Raiders, and
the fucking Broncos. Yeah, fuck.
All right, next up we have, speaking of the Broncos, we have the hottest team in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins, taking on the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, in Denver?
In Denver.
Oh, I think this is going to be a rude awakening for your boy Tua. I'm taking Denver. It's
Really?
cold. It's cold. Denver, Miami has yet to prove that they can win in the cold,
All
and
right.
it's going to be cold. I'm taking Denver.
All right, I'm going with the Dolphins. I'm going to stick with the hot team here. I think Mr. Flores will have them ready to play in the cold. So we'll see what happens here. Next up, you asked about him earlier. The Dallas Cowboys taking on Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins' high-ass contract.
The Dallas Cowboys impressed apparently the last time they were out, but that was like 76 weeks ago. I mean, not really.
They almost beat the Steelers, and they had not been seen since.
Yeah, because they got kicked into infamy. I'm picking whatever team that the Cowboys are playing. The Vikings.
Dalvin Cook is going to have a field day against his defense.
Yeah, picking the Vikings all day long. Run it.
All right. Next up, we have a team whose record is not as good, is better than their team, taking on maybe the best defense in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers at the Indianapolis Colts.
No, Indy has two good running backs.
And Philip Rivers is just yeeting the ball wherever the fuck he feels like it.
Yep, and the Green Bay still doesn't know how to stop the run. I'm taking the Colts on this one.
I got the Colts also. Their defense is too good.
Yeah.
And one wide receiver cannot beat this Colts defense.
Not at all. It's going to be a long day for Aaron Rodgers. A long-ass day.
Next up, we have a battle in the AFC West on Sunday Night Football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
So the Raiders beat.
This is revenge tour for Chiefs.
Yeah. So I that's what I was saying. So the Raiders beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. This isn't going to go well for Oakland. They're going to get stomped out in Vegas. I'm sorry. Unless Hook.
I'm going to take a flyer here. I'm going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, look at you, a gambling man. Huh?
All right, and last but not least, the Monday night game. We have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the quarterback that beat them in the Super Bowl without throwing a touchdown, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh, yikes. Tampa Bay.
The Rams are weird this year.
They are, but Tampa Bay has found their swagger. They don't have they may have Jalen Ramsey, but they don't have like four of them. So it's good.
Yes, for the first time this year, none of the Buccaneers. I almost called them the Patriots. None of the Buccaneers wide receivers are on the injury report. So that means Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown are all healthy. Robert Gronkowski is healthy. All three of their running backs are Sean McCoy, Leonard Fournette, and fucking Jones III, who is having himself a field day this year. They're all healthy. The Buccaneers defense is still top 5 in the NFL.
It's going to be all bad. Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs on this one easily. It's just, yeah, I'm taking the Bucs.
I got the Bucs also. That is it for NFL Week 11, and I just got to give you guys my spiel before James gets us out of here. If you're over on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when we're live with that damn NFL show and the reaction videos that drop daily. If you're over on Facebook, Sinful Black Sports, you guys are the catalyst of us moving this bigger on to you guys because you guys have supported us even though James failed again to get the highlights up for Sunday.
I am sorry, okay?
After promising you, our viewing audience, that he would have them.
I'm sorry. It's been a rough weekend. It really has.
It's honestly been a rough month. Because that's the last time the NFL highlights were uploaded.
Yeah, and yeah, but between Facebook fighting me over some, so I tried to upload one, and because there was 6 seconds of Fox's music in one game, they said no. They wouldn't even let me upload it. I said, "Oh wow, okay."
All right. So what do you got to say to the Sinful Black peeps out there?
I will fulfill my promise starting with tomorrow's game. As soon as it is over, the highlights will be on Sinful Black Sports.
Then the next time you see highlights will be the playoffs.
That's right.
You get one highlight between the Cardinals and the Seahawks, then you get shit the rest of the year.
Stop giving them spoilers. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, okay. So starting next week, we're in rivalry mode in college football. Actually, no, I think we're almost done with college football until they figure out what the fuck they want to do with the whole playoff system. So I don't know what the fuck. I might just play some championship games. I think we got a few conference championship games coming up this week. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
You want to give a shout out to your DraftKings Pete real quick?
Oh, yes. I am Legend DFS. He is now the king of the MAC. The Mid-American Conference, or DFS. Every time he bets on the MAC, we always win. And we've done it a whole month in a row. So make sure you go on Twitter and search I am Legend DFS. He was going to make sure that you're taken care of. Get in the club. It's $10. He gives you picks. And you just do what you do. Expect these MAC picks have been off the chain. I haven't lost a MAC conference DFS game yet, thanks to him. So shout out to my boy, I am Legend DFS.
And since I'm in the mood of calling you out for forgetting stuff, you forgot that you got an energy drink sponsor that you never gave me the stuff to fucking put on the gaming videos.
Oh, yes, because I have yet to go to the store and buy said energy drink. I apologize. Make sure you buy it. We are the official drink sponsor for Rep Sports and their energy drink, which is a really, really good energy drink, by the way. I should post a link. Do I have a link? I think I have a link.
You said you had a link. You said you had promotional material. You said you had all that stuff. You're like, I'm going to forward that to you. And I never saw it.
I apologize. It is my fault. My bad. That one's on me.
Also, while we're here, did you check out that thing I sent you yesterday with that guy from Amazon?
Yes, I did look into it, but I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like.
So I saw it, and I'm just like, okay, let's do it. But I don't know what you want me to sponsor. Like, what are you referring to? What do you want me to?
He's asking. I know he's asking. I think he said when you respond, he'll send you the information for it. I think that's what it said.
Because I don't want to advertise dildos on the podcast. It's just
no. He said it's a tech and lighting setup.
Well, okay, that's fine. I didn't see that part. When I looked through it, I didn't see that part.
Try reading the entire email, fucker.
I did read the entire email. I thought he meant I had to have lighting and stuff. Not they're selling me lighting.
No, okay, so the way he said it works, and I wanted you to look into it before either of us may have said yes, is you get the product, show them the PayPal that you pay for it, and they'll immediately refund the money and send the product.
Yeah, I saw that part, but I didn't know what he was referring to.
Yeah, keep reading.
Okay, this is the part. I'm offered the opportunity of free lighting and photography equipment. Steve Dosh, huh? Let me see. We're going to research him. We're going to call him out on the internet.
We're going to research him live here on Simple Passports. Even though in his thing, he said this video will not be uploaded to YouTube or Facebook.
No, not at all, but everything.
It needs to be and what do you say? It needs to be generally positive. I'm like, hold on. What if we don't like it? What if it's shit?
Yeah, what if you send me like a black light? What the fuck am I going to do with that?
Look at these stains on my bed. They come out clear.
So I don't know. I can't find Steve Dosh. Steve Dosh needs to give me some more info. We'll talk about him.
Reply to him and say you're a representative of Sinful Black TV. You are the tech guy, and you just want to know more about his company before you agree to anything.
Yes, because I'm looking.
We're giving our friends all the behind the scenes right now.
That's right. That's right. We got we because normally the dual podcast usually goes for an hour and a half, and because the half hour that it takes for us to do, but we actually got through it pretty fast, mainly because there were trash games on the schedule, so it's no big deal. No big deal. This is what it is.
My man, look at the video, watch it. He's like, these motherfuckers calling me out.
So review apparently is. I gotta look this up. They call it review gating. Let's find out what they're selling. I gotta see what he's selling. I will look into it, and I will see if I'm willing to participate or have you participate because you need the lighting set up more than I do. But I love you.
All I'm gonna say is,
but I love you.
But here's the fucked up part. See, I passed on one of these a few years ago. I was actually offered to play and review Remothered before it came out.
Oh,
and now
wow.
here they are with a sequel. It's one of the best horror games out, and I thought it was a sham.
Why? You should have just did it.
No, because they wanted me to pay for it and then refund them. I was in a very delicate part financially at that point in time.
Well, I could have fronted you the money.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. Just don't ask me to front you money for a PS5 because neither of us can do any of that. Neither of us. None. Oh, you have a PS5?
Shit, I wish.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, what? Let's hit up Sony and be like, hey, we're broke.
Remember, I did.
Can we review your PS5?
I think we need to come at them at both ends. You come at them from the YouTube side. I'll come at them from Facebook.
We're like, so
the very first PS5 review on Facebook.
So it's Sony. If you're randomly watching this, if you have some random middleman executive watching this video right now, send me and or Big Sin a PS5.
Both.
Pretty sure both. Well, no, we gotta at least get it on the channel. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh, one more thing. I've actually found my next balling on the budget review, and actually I got 2 coming out. So I have 2 sets of headphones, but I have something that never has been done before on a balling on a budget review ever on YouTube. You know what that is? A car.
Oh God.
Yes, right. So
okay, so we talked about this the other day. Hold on, real quick. NXT just announced Takeover War Games on December 6th.
War Games, bitch.
It is Team Shotzi versus Team Candice.
Yes, which means that eventually we're also gonna get War Games, which is gonna be the Kings of NXT versus Undisputed Era. Both of those.
Anyway, we got to get out of here. I got to go to bed. I got to wake up early. I will catch you all later. Hollywood, look into that shit. I'm about to blast Sony again on Twitter.
Yes. Just send us the PS5. Just tell the middleman executive, send it to me or Big Sin or both of us if he loves us. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, there's.
Hey. I love y'all.
Oh Lord, just send us one, damn it. Give me what I want. All right,
because the queue is always fucked up and we can't buy one. So
yeah, that is true. Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching that damn NFL show. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope we had some fun. Check it out. It's going to be on the podcast, on the audios, starting tomorrow afternoon at noon.
John said, "Get that loot, boys."
Well, that's what we try to do. Got to get that loot. Got to make it rain. Right? This episode is going to be on the podcast along with our NBA draft special, which I'm putting together.
I don't really follow the NBA. So.
Well, I'm doing that tomorrow morning, so the podcast can be ready at noon. So until next time.
Oh yeah, I got to give you the James Harden looking at that $50 million contract. He wants to go to Brooklyn. That's all he wants.
Well, good luck trying to Brooklyn giving up the assets. Brooklyn's like, okay, give us Kyrie Irving. Oh.
You mean Houston?
Yeah, Houston's like, give us Kyrie Irving. Oh. Did you hear about the most hilarious thing in the NBA today? Before we bounce about it.
Oh, you're talking about homeboy who failed utterly in the Lakers championship, getting traded to 2 teams in fucking 48 hours?
Oh no, there's even a better one. You didn't hear about this one? What? So we know yesterday the Milwaukee Bucks traded I think 3 players
for Bogdan. 7 first-round picks for fucking Drew Holiday.
That was that one, and then there was the 3 players for Bogdanovich. Okay, the problem is it was a sign and trade. Okay, but Bogdanovich has to sign the contract in order for this to work. He said no.
No, I thought you were talking about the bricklayer Danny Green getting traded to the fucking. He got traded to the Thunder.
Yeah, and just to get traded again.
Traded him to the 76ers.
Yeah, this was they had a whole trade designed to get cap space so they can make a shot at Harden.
Oh yeah.
Or one of the,
yeah. Since he wants us not to mention it, I'm going to mention it because you're both Golden State fans. Klay Thompson hurt his leg again.
Yes, which is why this what you call him took Anthony Edwards and not did a trade to swap picks in order to get LaMelo Ball, which was I found hilarious that they were initially going to get LaMelo Ball, so that's why they got Edwards instead. So that's the word.
But anyway, we are Sinful Black Sports. We are Sinful Black TV. We are out this bitch. I'm Big Sin. That's Hollywood J Black.
Check out the podcast tomorrow on the.
And also your 49ers signed a guy who got cut from the Falcons, didn't pass his physical with the Bengals, and now he's a 49er.
Oh, who?
That TK. He was like the number 1 draft pick from the Falcons a couple years. Oh, I'll tell you right now what his name is. You guys are this desperate on defense.
I mean, we've been desperate on defense. It's just kind of.
But he didn't pass the physical with the Bengals. 49ers, new signing.
John's like, oh, okay, bye, rude ass Sid. He's telling me about the signing. Give us a minute, John. We'll be out of here soon, but give us a minute. I don't know who this dude is. TK Dobbs or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, TK Dobbs. Yeah, he is now on the 49ers.
God damn, really? That's how desperate we're really that desperate, huh?
Like I said, got cut from the Falcons because he wasn't performing, failed a physical, and now the 49ers are like, come here, buddy.
49ers about to go ahead and sign old boy Alden Smith at this point. We're about to get the band back together. About to get Alden Smith, Patrick Willis, fucking shit, we might have to bring Bill Romanowski out of retirement at this
49ers
point.
out here like, all right, we'll take all you wife beaters, your cokeheads, you motherfucking.
Nigga, we want.
Ray Rice, can you play safety? You built like one.
We gonna get Greg Hardy, fucking. We gonna get Moose, nigga. We gonna sign Moose.
John said our 49ers now be on IR next week.
Nigga, we gonna get Moose from TNA for a little stint real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Like next season, the Steelers are gonna have all the Watt boys.
All of them. ALLUM. All of them.
All of them. All right, y'all. We out this bitch. Deuces.